Yo, check this out. This is Wayne Wonder, representing for Warrior LTV. You see the vision, don't it? See the vision. Warrior LTV. Keep it locked.
Now, I'm gonna tell you. We, as bloggers, these are the issues that we need to address. You understand what I said? Set the bar for the youth. Share, like, and subscribe, and stay tuned to the channel. I don't know all this shit. Yes, I. Greetings in the mighty name of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I and everything and everybody good around us. You know, see it and wonderful. See? Welcome viewers and subscribers. Viewers, if you like the content, subscribe and make well grow the platform. Today we are mourning for our brother and sister them. Our African brother and sister them. We are trying to cross the border from Morocco to Spain. And the treatment will see happen. And you know, the attention in contrast to other immigrants. And the cover up by the popular media them and them thing there. It's really hurtful. But me read some from Al Jazeera yes. It's not surprising, but it's still hurtful nonetheless. You see how undervalued I life and existence is, even to reputable organizations like BBC, Sky News, and all of them establishment there. You see, and we get to see and observe how much layers of oppression set out for I and I. How much areas is oppressive. You see, even if it benefit them, even if it profit them, for observe compassion towards I and I. Them still do it, Rasta. You see, so I am now read from an Al Jazeera publication. You see, the African Union chief has expressed deep shock after the death of nearly 24 people while trying to break through a border fence between Morocco and the Spanish enclave of Melilla, and called for an immediate investigation into the matter. Musa Faki Mahamat, chairman of the African Union Commission, said on Monday that he was shocked at the degrading treatment of the African migrants. I express my deep shock and concern at the violence and degrading treatment of African migrants attempting to cross an international border from Morocco into Spain, with the ensuing violence leading to the death of at least 23 people and injuries to many more. Mahamat said in a tweet. Morocco's interior minister said in a statement that 23 people died on Friday due to what is described as a stampede after about 2,000 refugees and migrants tried to climb the metal border fence. The Morocco's interior ministry said in a statement that 23 people died on Friday due to what is described as a stampede after about 2,000 refugees and migrants tried to climb the metal border fence. The Moroccan authorities said that 140 police officers were also wounded in the violence. So more police wounded, but more migrants died. Just that alone not add up. This one. Mahamat called for an immediate investigation into the matter and remind all countries of their obligations under international law to treat all migrants with dignity and to prioritize their safety and human rights, while refraining from the use of excessive force. Many asylum seekers were seen lying on the ground, some wounded in photos that were widely shared on social media. Activists have called their treatment cruel, inhumane, and degrading. Friday's incident had the highest death toll in years of such attempts to cross the frontier at Melilla, a common crossing point for refugees and migrants seeking a better life in Europe. Melilla and Quetta are the European Union's only land border with Africa and are protected by fences fortified with barbed wire and surveillance cameras. The deadly crossing was the first since Spain and Morocco mended relations earlier this year after a spat triggered by Rabat laying claim to the disputed region of Western Sahara. On Sunday, the Moroccan Association for Human Rights published an image showing authorities from the North African country digging about 20 graves, which the organization says were meant for the asylum seekers who died in the crossing. Last week, several non-governmental organizations released a joint statement demanding a probe into the treatment of refugees and migrants as they attempt to cross the border. The AMDH specifically pleaded against burying the bodies without an investigation. Meanwhile, Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez has applauded Spanish and Morocco collaboration on the border, saying the mass migration attempt was well resolved. Sanchez also called the incident an attack on the territorial integrity of our country in a violent manner. Now, none of those who were attacked actually died, because obviously amongst the citizens of the country and the police forces of the country was being attacked. Or is it just the invisible borders that was being attacked that warranted the loss of life, the death of so much black people? No, the videos that go around and the pictures that go around, very upsetting, of the Moroccan guards are beat and are brutalized. Now, when the world a try tell we say them youth get stampede to death, while video showing border guard, Moroccan border patrol guard a beat unconscious people with metal, man a come back to consciousness and border guard stand up in him head and them thing there in him neck and thing like that. The on video, I've got the video, it's too graphic, it's too wicked to show on the platform. You know, see, the next thing when I notice, you have a Indian station channel or whatever name, WION, WION. Them do a bit of coverage on it and is characterizing it as a stampede while showing edited version of the same video that I saw. Them a show edited clips from this video. Yeah, and even saw the scene in the clips where, I mean, it's far from atrocious as much as them a try pretty it up and them sort of things. Now, if this was a white group of people being treated like this by anybody, the media wouldn't allow it to go so quiet. And the thing what I don't understand is like, appear black immigrants in other part there. It's like one to the other rest are races of people who are come to England in so many droves. Or them now find themselves in a dark area there of things. You know, see, and that's them put a bottleneck for all black people who try, I don't know, escape a situation or a seek better life. It's just them, you know, it's like wherever you come from, that's where you have to end up. Through Morocco. It look that way. You know, see, it could be so, we're not saying so, but again, come on, nobody else. You know? And then, you know, we are way and deal with it. The worst thing about it is that it's not even India. The man them a try go. them destination or them attempts now have nothing to do with India, yet India cover it up and I diminish the wickedness. I hide the wickedness by not calling it out and call it what it is. You know, see, the discriminatory treatment, the excessive use of force, the heavy-handed treatment towards black people. You know, see it. Now to flip the switch. This is upon the continent, Rasta. Morocco is upon the continent. And the rest of the continent there. I want to know if them withhold or censor them news, yeah, from the other rest of the continent. Millions of people, you know. Because to sit back and watch this is unsettling from my vantage point, from where I am. Much less to imagine it happening somewhere in Jamaica in my presence while I'm there. You see, I don't think that would have gone down very well. So to sit back and understand how a nation of people just docile, and accepting to any situation, probably it's this nature, this victim nature that have been engineered somewhat. You see it where we're less reactive to the situation and sit back and ask and hope for the oppressors them. The same people them where I benefit from I oppression. We sit back and depend upon them for ease up the oppression or for help I ease the struggle. You know, I don't know how that logic work out or how that logic becomes even a reality in our eye people today. It's impossible to really work out. You see it. But we adapt the nature there. And all guy, you know, who knows say there is no consequence for the injury on the earth and the treatment like these of I. I wish I did have a site or somewhere else where I could have upload a video so that's the item see it. You see it? I don't know if the item can link me on Instagram and I send it come Google personally, you know, thing. You see it, I work Kyle same way. But the video we make belly, mother's belly move, man. You feel your child where you have years ago still moving on your belly, Rasta. You see it? Stack a black man. Pile a black man. And boy, a whole black man and a chew on the pile. Black man we can't move. The way or whatever was stampede. If a stampede on a throw man pan just a dash man so pan concrete and a pile up man pan top of one another, all you fair treat. You know the humanity and the compassion and the maddest thing about it is how Europe sit back and you have this protection, this era, protection over them boy the way I do that to I people. You see? So it's like say, being the gatekeeper for Europe, them under the protection of Europe, and the same press them when I tell you say, even if it sell and make them a profit, when it come on to I, them no pay it no mind neither Rasta. You see it? And as much as the main modus operandi is money or profit, when it comes to I, it's like that profit don't matter. There is more corporate interest, corporate benefit out there than I, humanity. You see it? As much as Africa black. You see it? A system, a science is in place and at play Rasta for maintain I oppression. You see it? And it's up to us, it's down to us to stop this naive way of thinking where we expect people The same oppressive nature people them. The same people them we have benefit from I and I oppression and downfall, Rasta. Read between the lines. Just look out there. It's simple. It's not hard. If we can't find common ground within ourselves and solve this issue here, we are just slaves forever. Our grandchildren them are come be slave too. You know see? And it's like we just appreciate love that life, that the moment here. We just are living at the moment. And no intend for change nothing, like we can't wait for pass through the life and just to say yeah, eat that. We left for picking them in the same rubbish where we did have to exist in a same inequality while we have a voice and we have a mouth. We can't just go through like that, Rasta. You know see? We can't go through like that. It's the silence of the righteous. It's the subduing of a righteous speech has always caused evil's intent for triumph, Rasta. Say something. You know, see, we have to start somewhere. And we can't just be so accepting and around with everything where some guy present to us. Even though, we now have no history with some people for them expecting anything beneficial that is not more beneficial to them then. Because even if we are get paid and appreciate love the rate where we are get paid, more benefit in it for the people who I have a Rasta. I just say go. You know see it? Yes, I wish I could share the video with the item and the item see it. It's very distressing. I know a lot of the items supposed to see it. If me don't even have the gumption for articulate the video, put the video in a word so that them can, get a, Yes, I. So I speech that in a Rasta. And when we look at ourselves in the West here, too, as a people, and see how them treat I people, the immigrant people, them like ourselves for come here, it's like we just know say, sure, we don't look upon it like so well then them people here get special treatment. We just look upon it, we just like all them try to characterize it as refugees or whatever. We just look upon it so we don't see humanity again behind the description where them give refugees and I hate that. You know see, we're not responsible for nothing again. We're not applying no measure of compassion to it because it's just a term, a dirty term. You know see, because Babylon dictate the meaning and the psychological response behind these terminologies. You know see it? Come like we have to start look upon it. So when them say refugees we are lower black people, them talk about them. No matter who else them show. A black people them talk about we are the only refugees. You know see it? And I give thanks to Rastafari.